Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LEC matchup.
To avoid passively chipping away at those minions so they can keep this freeze for as long as possible and keep the bullying up.
And Vetty, you know what I love about it as well is we get a mid lane gank to pause. Isma flashes in, he's going to get a fear straight away. Good disengage from support, but it might not matter. First blood goes down, Niski capitalizes big, and they're on the board.
Great timing.
For the meantime, but Niski walks down, he's got everything up and available. BDS just hovering, but they're on vision. For now, SK still too strong, still too comfortable. They get both three.
It's not the priority right now. It is going to be these grubs. Keeping my eyes on the minimap to see if BDS is even in a position to contest, and I don't think that they are, but...
They think they are at the very least. I mean, Adam, remember, has to run in with only exhaust. Paranoia comes through. Trisha Braz flies in, but does nothing. But for now, they get them off the zone of grubs as Isma jumps back on in. The equalizer down as well. The Shattering Strike lines them up. The Magnet Storm zones them in. The Petrifying Gaze sets them out, though. BDS have weathered the storm at least for the start of the fight, but the problem is Niski is cleaning up. Bro was looking for his 1000th kill, but he's gone above and beyond as he flashes out and gets out of the back end of the fight. As Ice and Sheo getting chased down by this angry, light-eating monster. No wonder Vetty played it. It cleans house.
SK decimate BDS at those Void Grubs. It was a decent up from Sheo to start, but you just could not stop.
Nothing really to criticize SK for so far. They played a clean early game. Their laning phase has been good. They found a nice gank in mid lane, punishing Nuke's lack of flash. And now Nocturne, when he turns the target alongside the Herald, which is going to be massive for opening up this mid tower. We talked about how SK's range is relatively short with the Lucian and the Kai'Sa. To go underneath the tower against the Cassio is a very...
Just going to try and play it slow here, so should win off of gold if this fight goes their way as well.
Luon trying to come in on the flank. Sheo is wary of it. Nuke has the miasma to deny that.
One with the flash available as well, waiting for a Magnet Storm. Irrelevant, just sitting on the back, thinking about that equalizer as well. 3k now as Nature's Grasp was out. Luon flash, Magnet Storm hits nothing! Absolutely nothing! And guess what? Sheo gets a dragon! Luon's gonna die. Zizma on the back end is taken down by Adam, or at least close to it. The three-man knock-up, a BDS team fight! The Petrifying Gaze has us stunned!
It's a phenomenal team fight from BDS. Just like...
They were only a couple of K down coming into the mid-game, that things will be all right. And BDS are only 1,000 gold down now. Sieging mid, opening up, even finding a play with a charm down as well with Luon dying. Paranoia into the backline, but Isma's alone. The equalizer comes afterwards, and now Sheo's getting burnt from the wing, but it's not enough damage. They've run out of range, and they are getting punished. Rahel runs in with a killer instinct, and even though Petrifying Gaze doesn't connect from Nuke, BDS are doing more than enough here in this game one that's turned
killing
on.
Single targets and trying to force these 5v5s. In this situation, I mean, obviously the Maokai ultimate over the wall, great execution for BDS. To
definitely are, but I mean, maybe shoring... I'd love to hear what communication sounds like. Because again, a relevance ult comes in afterwards, doesn't it? Isma dives in, as you're saying, Betty. And there's a lot to break down from a couple of
I like from SK. I think use the fact you have those early dragons in your favor, but it's always risky giving this many Infernal Dragons over to the enemy team.
They do like stats, especially on that Ezreal, on that Cassiopeia. As you guys were saying, SK gonna isolate top. At least getting the inner turret is a trade, a gold trade at that, but
it's their turn to move into SK side of the jungle, and Isma needs to blast Cone out to safety.
Oof, okay, just in the nick of time.
And it becomes significantly harder for Isma to find these moments to use the ultimate now. You want to be in the lead, so you're the one drawing BDS around the map. And when they group up, what does Isma do? They're just being zoned off.
I like their siege a lot better. Not just because of Maokai, but again, I guess
they see nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, Luon will be first to charge in. Now the blue ward's there. Paranoia, as you said so rightfully, Dagda turns off the lights as Nature's Grasp zones out again. He's trying to fly on in, looking at the steal, but he's rooted midway. Ain't no steal with a smite in play as BDS lock it down, but Nuke already dying. Shows that SK might have something in the fight, but they're poked out. The range too much, and SK... they have to get out before they stay in the way of Ice.
They execute the dive by getting the kill onto Nuke, which is a good way to start the fight, but they can't continue it. The Baron has been lost. Ice has a lot of safety and protection and has a lot of HP, which means that SK, with all of their tools now used, will be happy with a kill, but ultimately the Baron dropping means another tower falls.
And especially with a minute until Dragon, you get to reset. Use that Baron buff as BDS to push in waves and deny...
this objective. Again, it's kind of BDS's playground here. SK need to find that pick.
If SK lose this fight, that could be game.
Boy.
BDS can just run down mid.
Noxious Blast slows it down. Paranoia there as well. Trisha Brush misses this time as Luan gets a Shattering Strike, but the Nature's Grasp again tries to find a target, but it's enough to zone away. The power of Maokai, ladies and gentlemen, is again shown.
Yeah, it was so risky for SK because if they actually lose this fight, there's a wave in mid. BDS can run it down and in, but now Niski might be
Twisted
dead.
Advance is a lock on. He's charmed up easy again. Equalizer turns it around though as BDS start burning down, but not before they get the kill. Rahel has to flash away because Ice is turning and burning his own. That feels like a real rumble as Adam gets soloed. How? What? Cassante again.
And that's
Oh,
three
this
members.
Whoa!
3 members only end up dropping, but that's going to be enough with the Baron, and BDS is back. They set their sights on the base, and they're looking to secure game 1.
What a turn of events. I mean, it's been a strange game, hasn't it? Because SK's dominance in the early game, we were talking them up for the first 15 minutes, but all it took was a classic BDS fight, a classic BDS turn. Knowing their comp well, and I think, again, playing their comp damn well too, is SK getting aggressed on for their Nexus turrets. I'm not sure if it's going to end here, but at least with mid turret being harassed too. They'll have double inhibitor down. Irrelevant and Rahel will respawn, but this game feels very much in the bin, much like it has for the past 15.
Because all you have to do as BDS now is 5-man top. Sheo ults the tower.
You know, all casters have their lovely picnic party and we sit down and we talk about the teams. We're talking about SK and their individuality, right? Their strength. This comp reflects that really well, I think. And again, plays into the strength that Niski, Irrelevant, have in their laning phase. Rahel and Luan have brought to the team. We've got that individuality, but it is, again, just the burden of execution and the mistake that has really punished them at the start of this series.
But that's the thing, it's been the coordination that has had SK struggle, and now it feels very much like it doesn't matter what LFL team it is, Carmine Core, or if it's BDS, they're going to struggle to close out when they get these early leads.
Jack, I don't know if they'll like you for that. They are Swiss as we go for Luan on the backside, and there's a good lockdown at least set up this time, but who's going to get on in? Rahel's exhausted immediately in BDS. It just feels like there's not enough damage to contend with them right now. Irrelevant burns, cooks, but that guy's going in the bin. You do not eat burnt toast, and BDS know it. Game 1's going to end with a triple kill going over to Ice. And it might not be the hyper carry, but I still see a true carry on the 80 carry once again for BDS in Game 1.
Ice looks spectacular. BDS having a phenomenal comeback fight, and they will take game number 1 from SK.
These were the best highlights from today's LEC matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.